If you felt that things have been slightly different when it comes to your business across the last 12 to 18 months, especially when that revolves around lead generation, lead flow, people coming into the business, and you're wondering why, have you done something different? Are you doing something different? Is it your content? Do you not have the perfect funnel? Is it your sales script? Is it because you're not sending cold DMs? I'm going to tell you in this video exactly what's happened and break it down for you so that you can have an understanding and then you can put things in place to rectify it. My name's Dan and I started the Strong Collective mentoring. I've been in this space now for over 7 years, helping other coaches build their businesses through marketing that feels good to them. And today I'm going to break down why you're finding it so difficult. And this is because if we roll back the clock, I think almost like 2 years now, Google, who I'm sure you all know and understand and have an awareness of, did some studies. They did some studies into biopsychology. And what's happened is biopsychology has changed over the last few years. You might even know this yourself. When you've made a significant investment over the last few years, how have you done that? What processes did you go through? How much evaluation did you do? How much comparison did you do? Did you have 50 tabs open on your laptop? Were you scrolling through each one? Were you going through every single social media platform you could find to compare and, like I say, evaluate? Because that's what's happening to your audience. That's what they're doing at the moment. The reason behind this, to put it in simple terms, there's a lot more people, there's not more businesses, there's not more opportunity, there's not more options for people to take. So when you combine all these together, it means that naturally people are going to take a little bit more time to make a decision on something. There's also the element of trust involved in this, and that could be down to past experiences, the online boom that we had during COVID and where everyone was forced to go online. And there's now this post-pandemic recession back to people wanting more in-person stuff. But ultimately, what happened and what Google's study found out is where the traditional funnel used to have people come down, wide at the top and going to a narrower at the bottom, and they'd go through this nice linear process where they got aware of you. And then there was some elements in there where they were making decisions. They saw your social proof and everything. And then you just said, hey, do you want to come buy my coaching? And they were like, yes, this is what I need. That doesn't happen anymore. They get stuck in this middle part. So what happens is they come through, they're aware of you, they see you're stuck. They're stuck in the middle. And this is what they've termed the messy middle. So they're just doing a figure of 8. They're exploring and they're evaluating and they just go back and forth, back and forth. And that's that 50 tabs open that I mentioned earlier where they're comparing stuff. And your job in that section there is to be able to bring that attention into your own world. So have your own ecosystem, your own space where you can help them to make that decision to know if they're the good fit for you and your coaching business. And once they do, then they're going to go through the normal process of then going, hey, I want to come work with you. But within that messy middle, there's a few things that need to be considered. There's elements of proof that are needed. So social proof has always been important. It is one of the principles of persuasion. If you look at Robert Cialdini's book on that, it's in there, social proof is in it, but it's now become even more important. It's part of that messy middle. So people need to see other people like themselves and they need to see how that's impacted their life, whatever you do. They also need to see the community and how that plays out and what it's like to be part of your world. Social proof has evolved as well. People don't just look for before and after pictures anymore. They look for an identity shift, what it's like to step into the place where they want to get to. You have to be able to communicate that. This is where, if you are relying on things like AI content, copy and pasted from ChatGPT, you are going to find this very difficult because A, it's not going to sound like you. B, it's not really doing the job of explaining in full what it's like to be in your world. I see that as a massive advantage for people as well. If you can cut through that noise by showing really what it's like to be in your world and also not afraid to show your own opinion and point of view, you will cut through that noise. To go back to what I was talking about in terms of the biopsychology now, so imagine you're in this loop and you're going around exploring. There's a lot more coaches now in general, so you have to be able to compete with that. So again, if you're doing the same thing as everyone else and you're using the same content as everyone else, you're following the same trends, everyone's using the same templates, everyone's using the same systems, everyone's got the same magical funnel. How do you expect to stand out in that situation? It gives you a massive opportunity to look at what people are doing and then think, how can I do the opposite, which is almost a good idea as well. And this is something we went through on our recent Get Done Day of ours, where we looked at actually there's an advantage to doing the opposite. And if you want access to a tool to help you with this, it's in the description below. You can get access to it there. Because ultimately, if you are trying to expand and grow your coaching business and you felt things have slowed down over the last few years, this is the reason why. But the best thing about this is if you understand the reason why it's happening, you can put these things in place to rectify it. So a simple way of doing this, have a process to take someone who is slightly interested or sees your stuff and they're just on that point of going, oh yeah, I need some help with this, but they don't really know if you're the right person. Have something then to be able to take that attention away from wherever it is, whatever the platform is, and bring them into your space where you can speak to them on an ongoing basis. You might have to speak to that person for 6 months or more, but ultimately if you start doing it now, you've put the pieces in place to have a system that's going to last your business for a long time, rather than trying to build a business off stuff you don't own, hacks and trends, and actions that don't really align with you. When I talk about like cold outreach and stuff, which is basically a numbers game. If this is something that you want help with applying to your own business, check out the link in the caption, and I've got a video that walks you through how we do this with our own roadmap for coaches within this space. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I have loads more of these videos on there and more coming in the future.